such an interesting book. All right, so check it out. ABC book of buying and selling real estate. We have Thaddeus Faulknor with us. He's the author of this book. And you think about buying a new house, first-time home buyers, all of that. He's got the goods and all these pages. So Thaddeus, thanks for coming on. What made you write the book?
You're welcome. You're welcome. Well, what makes me write the book was that, as the book have said, I've been in real estate for a while. And not only in real estate, but I've been a carpenter, I've been a cabinet maker. And then I exited that field and went into real estate. So at some point in time, the questions been coming to me from different folks about real estate. I had an office, and many times in my office, and I have folks coming in just asking me simple questions that I think they should have known about real estate, like what they have to do to purchase, what's the down payment, why closing costs, and so forth. So because I was bombarded with so many questions, I figured more or less that if I write a book and let them have it, then I would have accomplished a whole lot. And I thought of it, and I realized that was the right thing to do, so I wrote the book.
And in this book, I mean, you talk about buying a new home, you talk about accepting your offer, you talked about, this is a good one, why do I need an attorney? Why in the book did you talk about that? Why do I need a real estate attorney?
Okay, what happened is, again, most folks do believe that once they see a home and they want that property, they could just go ordinarily and do the deal by themselves. And most folks, buyers, do not want to engage an attorney because they want to get into their home for the least possible cost. So they do not want to go to an attorney because to them it's going to cost a whole lot. So I calm them down by saying, you need an attorney because what you pay an attorney will be less than your mistake. So that's why I show them the pathway to an attorney.
Yeah, and you say in the book, I'm going to read this for everybody, he knows what he's doing, and you talk about how important it is, the process you won't understand until you go to closing, but with a real estate attorney, you have nothing to worry about, so trust your attorney. So finding the right attorney and trusting the attorney is so key, as you say. And you talk about something I think a lot of people forget about, and that's earnest money deposit. And what is it? What is the deposit? And why do I have to put down the deposit? And how much do I have to put down? And that's super important.
Yeah, again, in all my comment, I have to go back to real estate because there are many first-time home buyers which have no clue of what they're doing. The only thing they know is that I would like to get into a home. They have no idea what the process is or what the steps are. So I try to calm them down by saying, you need a down payment. You need a closing cost. You need an attorney. You need your credit to be up to certain standard. And by doing this, it calms them down to let them realize that it's not just get into a home. There are processes, there are steps that they have got to take. And when I did this, I got commended for it because most folks say that we did not know. No one told us before. So that's why I incorporate all this into the book.
And for you, you talk about being a mortgage broker. Did you ever think, you grew up in Jamaica, come to the United States, did you think that that was what you were going to be able to do and help make dreams come true for people?
In no way. I never thought of that. To the fact that I was a cabinet maker, was a carpenter, and then I thought I was doing well. But then I went to University of the West Indies. After leaving there, they sent me into a a high school as a vocational instructor to teach young boys, young girls, the skills so they could get gainful employment. So I did that for a period of time, and I thought that was all I will be doing. But coming to America, it gives me a different perspective to life and the things that I could do. When I was growing up, they always said that the sky is the limit. Aim for the sky. You might not reach there, but you will reach someplace. So coming to the United States in New York, I get to like real estate. To the fact that I have the background, I could build the house, I could furnish it. Then I said it would be good for me to know the semantics of buying. So I went into the real estate industry by getting my broker's license. After that, then I saw deeper depth, higher heights, which I could take by doing a mortgage. So I said, if I could do real estate, do a mortgage, notarize all my documentation, I could open a business on my own. So that's what I did. With the background of carpentry, cabinet making, being a vocational instructor, being a mortgage broker, being a real estate broker, I figure more or less I have information that I could share with anyone. So I decided to go into this avenue and also by teaching real estate. I taught real estate for a period of time. So I think I was rounded off to share my knowledge with the outer world.
Yeah, and again, the book is ABC Book of Buying and Selling Real Estate. We're speaking with Thaddeus Faulknor, and I love your background and the reasons why you did that. And I even noticed too, for people that are looking for a house, how to price the house, how to fix up your house, because you talk about that too, how to fix up your house before you sell it, what will make my house sell. And I think a lot of times people are nervous about showing their house and feel like they have to put so much money into it, but there are clever ways that you can fix up your house, aren't there?
Correct.
Yeah.
As I said, I think in the book, there are many folks, people trying to sell their homes, and they figure more or less that they could just put some paint on the property. But that's not all, because the paint gives a good curve appeal. So you have to make sure that you give it the right color paint, the right combination. Because for instance, you paint your house in red, black. You paint it, yes, it's clean, but is it looking good? It's not. So the curve appeal would not attract a prospective buyer. So that's why I try to guide the seller into what they should do. If they're not sure of what they should do, consult someone.
How much do you like, and I can hear it in your voice, and I'm sure everybody else can too, how much do you like working in this field? How much do you like all the aspects of doing what you've done? Being the mortgage broker, dealing with real estate, writing this book.
Okay, if you give me a grade, 1 in what, I probably could answer you better, because if you tell me 1 in 10, I would say 11, because it has become a part of me. And what more so, as I said earlier, I'm from New York. And even now, there are a lot of folks in New York ask me to come back to New York, because the knowledge I shared with them, they would still like to continue more on what they got. So that's why I say I enjoy it a whole lot. It's self-gratification.
There you go. And with this book too, it's easy to carry around. You can pick it up at any point. You're looking for a house, you're selling your house. You can look at the tables, all of that. What do you hope people take away from reading this book?
Okay, I hope they'll take away from the book that the writer put his heart in the book. And he was thinking of the folks who wants to purchase and who wants to sell. And if they do that, my goal will be accomplished. Until I do my second volume. I'm doing the second volume.
Ah, and what will you put in the second volume? Updates on things that have changed?
Things have changed, and there's some in-depth because this is just the preliminaries of the ABC book. So I think there are more in-depth knowledge that I could share with the people who wants to know more about buying, selling, mortgaging, fixing, and so forth. So I'm going to put all these in the second book in detail.
I love it. Such enthusiasm. Thaddeus Faulknor, thank you so much. This is the book.
You're welcome. And that's yours.
Yes. ABC book of buying and selling real estate. You can get it Amazon, Barnes & Noble, wherever great books are sold. Thaddeus, thanks so much.
You're welcome.